Hey guys, welcome to JasonWhiskyWise and myself, Jason, bringing you another unboxing video. And today we've got another order from Drinks by the DRAM and MasterOfMalt, which I did place my order a week ago, and we've got ourselves some exciting drams to get into in this review. Now, if you're wondering why I've got sunglasses and my voice is sounding a little funny, it's because of lack of sleep. That's all I'm going to say, lack of sleep. But anyway, let's get into the unboxing. Okay, I don't think I can use it. Let's try this again. That's about right. Oops. Okay, so minus my fail for a second, we're going to get into the unboxing part of this. Take that. Little bit of information again. Don't need that, don't need this. Okay, I did actually cut, alright, I don't know if you can see that, but I did actually just cut the top piece. I'm going to be a bit careful next time. But at least I did it, so the drams are safe with me. So, we've got 16 drams this time, and I'm going to go and show you step by step. We've got one that's a really super expensive one, and I'm going to start trying to move more into some of these premium ones because they're just whiskies I want to try. So, anyway, let's get started off. Let me just find the front. That could be the back. Aha! So here we are. So we'll start this way around and work our way through. So let's get into the drams, and we're going to begin now here with the first one being the Highland Park Sven. It's part of the Warrior range for Highland Park, and it's only available in travel retail. This is the entry level one, which is mainly in bourbon casks and then I think a little bit of sherry. And next up we're going to move into the Highland Park Einar. Now the Einar again is part of the Warrior range. These are all going to be the travel retail ones because MasterOfMalt do sell the drams. And this one here has got a bit more sherry maturation. You'll find from the entry level is mainly bourbon, and all the way up to the Tontin, right at the top, has a lot more sherry influence. Next up over here we've got the Harold, and this is literally one of my favourites from the travel retail range. It's the middle of the range. The Harold has got around about, I think it's 60% bourbon maturation and 40% sherry, so really interesting combination of the two. And then above that we got Sigurd, which is actually, it comes in such an amazing box. I'm going to see if I can quickly ping a box over here, and Sigurd just looks so amazing. And if you're a collector and you just want to keep the whiskey, then that is a really nice one to get. Now next up, this is one that I heard in the Scotch Test Dummies live stream, is the Highland Park 21. Now this is cask strength, very difficult to get a hold of here in the UK at the minute. It's pretty much almost discontinued. I think it is discontinued, bottled at 47.5% ABV. So that's another one. If I can get my hands on a full bottle, nothing like it. So now we're going to move into some more expensive whiskies, and this is the Kavalan Solist Sherry Fino. So the Fino comes in a beautiful gold sort of looking style in there, and I'm going to show you quickly over here if I can import one there how the Fino looks. It's close to £300 just for the bottle, and that includes the whiskey, but something that I genuinely would say is something that I'm struggling to get a hold of here at the minute. Kavalan, because it won quite a few awards, their whiskies have become so rare and so difficult to get a hold of, and they've gone up drastically in price from 200 to 300, 400 pounds. So next up we're going to move into the Mortlach, and I've got a Mortlach Rare Old. Now this is the entry level when Mortlach decided to rebrand their whiskies. The Rare Old is around about 40 to 60 pounds depending on where you go for the half litre, and it's meant to be from the same distillery, the Beast of Speyside, which I have reviewed from before in the past. So interesting to see the Rare Old. And the next one we're going to move into is another Mortlach. If it's in order, perfect it is the Mortlach 25. Now this is close to £580 for the full bottle, which is a half litre as well. So it's closing on £1,000 for a litre. And this is one whiskey I tried in Germany last year, and it was just mind-blowing. It was literally what I'd say was my whiskey of the year. So this is one that I've been waiting a very long time. It cost me around about £70 for this dram, literally 70 for a 3CL. Kind of crazy, but you know, sometimes you just got to do those things, and go for those whiskies because I want to put them here on the channel. So next up, we're going to move into the next batch, which is going to begin with the Glengoyne Cask Strength Batch 4. Now, I believe they're on Batch 5 and probably 6 at the minute. This has been going, it's one of those really heavily sherry, bottled at 58.8% ABV. This is another one of those whiskies I want to test in a whole range of sherry bomb whiskies, which I think would be something that not many people have done. So Glengoyne's Batch Strength over there. Next up, we have a Glengoyne 12, and I believe this must be a old bottling, because look at that, just gorgeous sort of style on the label on this one. And so Glengoyne 12, I want to do the Glengoyne range because I'll be visiting the distillery hopefully in late June or July, as I'll be going up to Scotland for maybe a week or so and trying to visit as many distilleries, take you guys along as well with me, and show you all the distilleries, the scenery, and how to get from A to B, literally as if you're not driving but taking train and public transport. So next up we have here the Glengoyne 18. Now this is a whiskey that's nicely rich and sherry. One I tried actually at the Whisky Live show, I believe it was, here in London. So another really nice whiskey, and I got to meet some of the guys from the team, which was just fantastic stuff. And then finally here, I believe this must be the last one of the Glengoynes, is the Glengoyne 21-year-old. Now this one was one of those whiskies that's very reasonable price. Glengoyne, they don't put their whiskies in the super high bracket in pricing, trying to keep it very reasonable, and the 21 was one of those ones I said was a standout. The 1821, incredible. 25 was one of those ones I didn't get to try, but we might have it in another video. So next up we're going to move on to the Singleton, which is from the Glendullan distillery, and it's called the Master Art. Now this is one for travel retail only, and this one I'll actually show you an image of just over here. And so the Master Art looks in a fantastic, beautiful box. It's a 1 litre bottle. It's around 110 pounds, and it's finished off in a muscat cask, if I'm not mistaken. Not muscat, yeah, definitely muscat cask. So that's another whiskey that just very simple, easygoing whiskey from the Glendullan. Now next up, these are something that I was also inspired by, and it's the Tontin. It's from a few guys in the whiskey community. Tontin 14 Portwood finish. So the Portwood finish is something that I love port cask. If you ask me in any of my port cask whiskies I do taste, I'm very picky on them, but port casks are one of my favorite type of style of casks to finish in, and the 14 over there being another one that I really want to review. Next up we have the Tontin Kubokin Virgin Oak, and this is one I had on my list for quite some time, and I finally decided to buy myself a DRAM, and this is something that I am really looking forward to because the Kubokin are inspired by a ghostly dog that they found at the distillery, that they saw going in the distillery. So that's where they've got a sort of like a sort of ghost to dog-shaped face on the front of all the bottles. And I'll give you the proper story as I'll do the reviews. And then the final one here is another Kubokin, is a Kubokin 2005 Vintage Limited Edition from Tontin. So 2 Tontin Kubokins, and I'm going to try getting, they've got a new release, I believe it's called, I think it's like Elements, so I'm going to see if I can get my hands on drams of those as well. And this whole upcoming month we're going to be very busy. I think starting tomorrow there will be a literally upload every day for the whole week for 2 weeks, covering all of the world whiskies. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot more on that. But I'm going to end the video here. If you have missed any of the other unboxings, I believe we've got one over here, another one here, and another one we're going to keep down here. So we have 3 other videos you can check out if you have missed the other unboxing videos. Be sure to click the subscribe button as always, and you can follow up to date with all my reviews, and check out my blog, which will be, links will be left in the description. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also on Facebook now. So this has been Jason from WhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for the next video.